Hey everyone, Merry Christmas. Roadcraft Nottingham here. I mentioned on my last upload about the C9 that there is a cheaper version out there for people that don't want the extra features. So what I've done is I've been given the C3 from Aoki to try on my Zero. So we'll just talk about the basic features of this compared to the C9. This one doesn't have the cameras front and rear, which is fine for me because I always use a helmet cam anyway. It also doesn't have the tyre pressure sensors, which I'm surprised I actually really grew to enjoy on my Pan-European. It's just so much more convenient seeing every time you turn the ignition on what your tyre pressures are. So first improvement would be maybe stick a little bit of price on this and just give it tyre sensors. That would be really good. Also, it doesn't have the GPS, nor does the C9. But apparently the C6 does. But I don't need GPS because I use this as a Android CarPlay, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. So I use this as an Android Auto, and the biggest problem about that is it does take quite a bit of battery out of your phone. So if you are going out all day and using it, then I'd recommend you take a spare battery pack with you. This has got quite a nifty little shield over here, a little visor, which keeps the sunshine off. And also, let's move around here, this one came with a high security Allen key bolt. So it's not easy to nick without damaging everything and snapping the thing off. So that's actually a real good bonus. The biggest bonus I found, especially on this being an electric bike, is the fact that you don't have to wire this one into a switchable 12 volt system if you already have a USB. So if we lift this up, you can probably see that with the GoPro, I have two USBs here. So I just chuck that into one of them and then drop that lid down, and there it is. And that boots up with the ignition. Now it will turn itself off in a moment because there is no power going to the bike. You still have your music, you still have a very, very clear screen. The only thing is there, it always says it's 4 o'clock when you first plug it in. So when it connects to my phone, I wonder if it will show, I'll just climb on now. I wonder if it will show the actual time. So now it's booting up automatically to my phone, and it's giving me the sat nav. So as you can see, I use the TomTom Amigo. So with this, if you go to the main menu, it puts your music in there. This is my Amazon Music, but you can also play your Android music from your phone on there as well. That's just there. And it's basically the same as your phone. Oh, it's turned off now because there's no power. It was just an initial boot up. So let's turn this on. Somebody had mentioned about Kalimoto being compatible to the Android Auto. It isn't, and the reason it isn't is not to do with Aoki, it's to do with Kalimoto. They haven't made it compatible with Android. They say they're working on it, but I doubt they are, to be honest with you. So as far as I'm concerned, I'll just use the TomTom Amigo. So there's the CarPlay, there's the Android, you've got all your settings in here, you've got your brightness of your screen, Bluetooth, etc. And do remember, I have connected mine to my Scala Rider, which means I get all the voice prompts, etc. through my headset, which is really handy. With the TomTom Amigo, I've turned off the direction commands, but I've left everything else on. So it's quite nice actually if you're on an average speed limit area where you can get the warnings of what your average speed is, etc. And also if there are any locations of fixed or mobile speed cameras. So let's go and have a little play. It's a bit cold today and it's a bit foggy. So let me see, I'll use my voice prompt. Navigation CMC Chesterfield. Navigation CMC. Navigating to CMC motorcycles. So you touch that, it then comes up with the options. There's one there, look, so I hit that. And it's 14 minutes, 8 miles, no delay. Hit that. And there we go. If I did want the music at the side again, I'd just hit the menu button just there and that would put it all up for me. I'm still on the Zero. It's coming up to 4.5 years now that I've had this. and it's a really nice bike. I'll do a full review on it at a later stage, but no comments on you can't do 1,000,000 miles in one go uphill on that thing. And if anybody's wondering what this little fella is here, it was a birthday present. It charges my bike up whilst I'm riding, giving me unlimited power. So the display on this is a very clear readout. It also tells me I'm doing 45 in a 50. I'm not going to start touching it and prattling around with it. Somebody else had mentioned the concern about it being a distraction. It's only as much a distraction as you let it be. So now I'm just focusing on the road. Now this will be testing my suspension, because I've messed about with my suspension on the bike, because it sits up on bends. That's a bit better. Now it's warning me I'm doing 53, even though that's saying 56. It's a real shame you can't see this beautiful countryside in this fog. So there's not much more to say about the C3. I just can't believe the value for money at around £74 delivered, and that's incredible. They've got a good warranty with it, they've got a great backup service, and for anybody thinking that those of us that are selling these or recommending these rather are sellouts, we're not sellouts, because this is a fantastic product. If something was crap, I either wouldn't take it on or I'd say so. What I also love about this is because it always puts my sat-nav on my phone, I can set a destination and just simply turn off another road and it'll reroute it for me. So it's like an adventure tour that I wouldn't have normally done if I'd have been riding without a sat-nav or without any of these mirroring devices. I'd have just had to take the routes that I know. This way, it's just a mystery tour now, isn't it? So there's another advantage to having a mirroring device like this. I also do have an upload of a Bluetooth headset that's much cheaper than my Scala Rider coming up at some point in the future. So do stay tuned for that. If you have any comments, any questions, then please do make the comments below, and have a look in the link on my description for the discount code that brings us down from £90 odd to 74-ish delivered. That's incredible. Have yourself a great new year, everybody. Be safe out there, and I will speak to you soon. Take care.